Welcome to this explainer. I'm so glad you're here, because today we are tackling something pretty much all of us have wrestled with at some point. Sleep. Or, well, the incredibly frustrating lack of it. It's a universal struggle, isn't it? But what if I told you that the secret to falling asleep faster and actually getting the rest you deserve wasn't hiding inside a prescription bottle or some fancy new supplement? What if it was just a tiny, natural seed that might literally be sitting in your kitchen pantry right now? Stick with me, because today we are going to unpack exactly how you can use it, the science behind why it works, and precisely how many you need to eat to get the job done.
We all know the feeling too well, right? You're just lying there, tossing, turning, staring at the ceiling. Before you know it, it's 2 a.m. and you're endlessly scrolling on your phone, bathing in that harsh blue light, just begging your brain to shut off. Or maybe, you're someone who actually manages to stay in bed for a full 7 to 8 hours, but when that alarm goes off, you still wake up feeling completely exhausted. Look, if this sounds like you, you are absolutely not alone. Millions of people struggle with poor sleep every single night, feeling like they're totally at the mercy of their own wired brains.
Now what's wild is how we typically try to solve this problem. When sleep completely evades us, the knee-jerk reaction for so many of us is to reach straight for traditional sleep aids, synthetic sleeping pills, or, those sugary melatonin gummies. But instead of relying on synthetic fixes, there's actually a surprising, incredibly low-cost natural alternative. It's a simple seed that's been quietly helping people completely transform their nights. And the best part? It requires 0 trips to the pharmacy.
Let's move to section 1, the big reveal. Pumpkin seeds.
Okay, let's dive into this, because here is the big reveal. Yep, those little green seeds you might occasionally toss on a salad or roast up in the fall are actually recommended by some nutritionists as a highly effective food-based way to support better sleep. Now, they aren't meant to be a total replacement for medical treatments if you have a diagnosed condition, obviously, but rather they're a simple, powerful addition to your routine. And this is where the biological science gets truly fascinating. Why does a simple pumpkin seed help you sleep? Well, it all comes down to an amino acid called tryptophan. Pumpkin seeds are naturally packed with this specific amino acid. Your body actually cannot produce tryptophan on its own, so you have to get it through your diet. And once it's in your system, your body essentially uses tryptophan as the raw building block to manufacture the very hormones that control your sleep cycle.
To really understand the mechanics here, let's look at this internal metabolic pathway. It's kind of like a biological domino effect. Step 1, your body takes in the tryptophan from the pumpkin seeds. Step 2, it converts that tryptophan into serotonin, which you probably know as the feel-good hormone that stabilizes your mood. Then step 3, as the lights go down in the evening, your body takes that serotonin and converts it directly into melatonin. And melatonin is the crucial hormone that actually signals to your brain that it's time to power down and sleep. Without that initial tryptophan, this entire sleep-regulating chain reaction really struggles to get started.
But wait, the benefits of pumpkin seeds do not stop at tryptophan. They are also packed with 2 incredibly important minerals, magnesium and zinc. In the wellness world, both of these are heavily linked to physical relaxation and overall better sleep quality. Magnesium, especially, is famous for helping calm the nervous system and relaxing muscle tension. So when you combine the hormone-building power of tryptophan with the relaxing properties of magnesium and zinc, you've got a perfect, natural, sleep-supporting powerhouse.
All right, moving on to section 2, the protocol, soak and eat.
So the crucial point is how you actually take them. Now that we know why they work, we got to look at the protocol. You might be thinking, great, I'll just grab a handful right before bed, but actually, scratch that. The method matters immensely here. In fact, the counterintuitive way you prepare and consume these is absolutely crucial for success. If you skip this, you just won't get the maximum benefit from those nutrients we talked about. It all starts with the dosage. You don't need to eat a whole bag. You need exactly 15 to 20 raw pumpkin seeds per day, just a tiny manageable amount. But it is vital that these are raw pumpkin seeds, not roasted, not heavily salted, just plain and raw. And here's where the unexpected preparation comes in. Step 1. Take those 15 to 20 seeds and soak them in a cup of milk overnight. Why? Well, you shouldn't just eat them raw and dry. Soaking the seeds helps break them down, making digestion a whole lot easier. And crucially, it allows your body to actually absorb the tryptophan and minerals much more effectively. Then, step 2. In the morning, yes, I said the morning, you eat the soaked seeds on an empty stomach. You've got to do this before you have your breakfast and before you have your morning coffee. I know, it seems entirely counterintuitive to do a sleep routine first thing in the morning, right? But providing your body with these building blocks early in the day gives it the time it actually needs to convert everything into melatonin by nightfall.
Next up is Section 3, setting realistic expectations.
Let's shift our focus to the time frame for results, because it's incredibly important to ground our expectations here. This is a natural food source, which means it's a daily habit, not a magic knockout sleeping pill. You shouldn't expect to eat them at 8 a.m. and suddenly pass out at 8 p.m. on day 1. As the source material highlights, consistency is greater than instant results. Everyone's body chemistry is a little bit different. However, the data shows that many people who try this protocol consistently start noticing real changes within just a few days. They report falling asleep a little easier, feeling noticeably calmer as the night winds down, and experiencing way fewer of those frustrating awakenings in the middle of the night. It's just a small, easy daily habit that compounds over time.
Before you rush to the fridge, let's hit Section 4, important health precautions.
We definitely have to cover some necessary safety caveats here. While pumpkin seeds are a natural food, natural does not always mean entirely risk-free for every single person. Specifically, you need to exercise caution and consult a doctor if you fall into a few specific categories. If you have any nut or seed allergies, naturally skip this. If you have known digestive issues, the seeds might be a bit tough on your system, even when they're soaked. And, very importantly, if you are currently taking medications, especially prescriptions for sleep or blood pressure, please speak with your healthcare provider first. As always in our explainers, we're impartially reporting the general wellness information provided in the source material, but this is absolutely not a substitute for professional medical advice.
Let's bring it all together in Section 5, recap of the daily routine.
Let's do a quick recap of the entire protocol to ensure you can walk away today with a highly memorable, actionable plan that you can honestly start tonight. Here are your exact 3 steps. Number 1, soak 15 to 20 raw pumpkin seeds in a glass of milk overnight in your fridge. Number 2, eat those seeds the very next morning on an empty stomach before anything else passes your lips. Number 3, repeat this daily for the best results. And this brilliantly illustrates the best part of this whole thing. There are no expensive powders to buy, no strange supplements to order online. Just seeds, a little bit of milk, and your own consistency.
It really challenges how we think about our bodies, doesn't it? I mean, have you ever considered that the very first thing you do when you wake up could actually be the ultimate foundation for how well you rest that night? By connecting your morning habits to your nighttime sleep cycle, you might just find the relief you've been looking for all along. So the final question is, will you be trying the soaked pumpkin seed protocol tomorrow morning? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. If you found this visual breakdown helpful, make sure you stick around and subscribe for more structured, insightful